somewhere.
Oh, so I'd go and find wherever you're sitting. I'd come over I'd probably come over with some whiskey. I feel like you're a whiskey guy. I'd have the ale and I have a bottle of whiskey to put down next to a glass. And I'd say, mind if I take a seat?
Uh, it's as far as I see, it's a very free acting society, so you can sit where you please.
I pop a seat. I have my ale. I pour a glass of whiskey and I just slide it over to you. And I say, from what I've seen, your magic's not too far off from mine. What type of things can you do?
Well, you see, quite simply, I am a time wizard. I can erase things. I can age things, decay. I can even make things stick around for an indefinite amount of time if I so please.
Doran has this big grin on his face, his cheeks rosy red from out drinking literal kaiju men. And he would say, you remember during that dragon fight we had, how I came in with that cart that was just riding around on its own? You think you can make that stick around forever?
Ronan just definitely he contemplates it a little bit, all while like mumbling something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to listen closely, you would just hear that he's doing poetry under his breath.
He's always grinding.
And then he would stop suddenly and look you dead in the eyes and go, "So you would want to keep a cart alive? Is that what you're saying?"
Well, it just seems rather useful, doesn't it? To be able to have a mode of transportation and storage without needing to worry about the life of another creature or feeding and taking care of it. A horse is maintenance.
Yes. A horse can be quite pricey. You're not afraid of a Skynet situation, though?
You, as a time wizard, are aware of things that I could not imagine. Whatever this Skynet is, I fear no force that Torrig cannot oppose.
And he goes back to mumbling poetry. He looks at your drink, probably downs it right away. Nice. And he gives you a big nod and sticks out his hand.
I down my ale, put the mug down, I shake Ronan's hand.
Well, let's get to business.
Aye. So I guess
you have a cart already, or do we go out and steal a cart? What are we doing?
Okay, all right.
I don't think. Well, I'm gonna assume, considering that we're surrounded by swamp, there probably isn't a lot of carts around here. Things with wheels probably aren't super useful here.
Also, do you guys know
but
how
I could probably bring a
works?
boat. You don't just cast permanency on something that already has a spell effect going?
No. Well, yes, that is what you do, but it has like material components and requirements depending on like what
I'm sure it's money.
I'm sure we're ready to do whatever it costs.
It's money, and for animate objects being 14th level. But this is cool, so I'm gonna let it happen anyway. But I'm gonna increase the gold requirement a little bit to compensate for the fact that
Yeah.
Sorry.
Got it. Yeah.
For the fact that we're waiving the level requirement. So the gold price is gonna go up by like 3K.
Oh damn! So that's 18K.
So it's gonna be a little bit of money. I don't know how much money you guys have.
Okay, I can pay it. We got 31,000 still. I haven't really spent it since whenever.
All right, sweet. So you can, you're gonna have to do that to acquire whatever material components you would need to do that, but it would be a lot of money worth of material components. You don't have the cards, but if you did, you would be able to find those here, if you did.
I've got about 5K. A bit of cash given to me by the Emperor. Typically, I've never had to buy things to build. I'm pretty good at making them from scratch. And I do like a little wave of my hand, a little prestidigitation, showing that I can like move wood around and shit.
Just build a cart.
Yeah,
Can we build a cart
We'll build a
It would
cart.
take
instead
like
of having to
some
buy the
time.
components?
It would take like a couple days. More
I
probably.
mean, we're gonna be here for a couple days probably. Ronan has no interest in the diplomacy situations going on here.
Yeah, honestly, like Jordan is kind of the same way. He's like, I'm here to support and help where necessary, but this ain't my fight. So if we're able to just go chill and build a cart, I'm down. I can build a cart. I got good craft.
Sure. So, you could gather the raw materials to build a cart, which is wood, and then you can build a
Taking it
cart,
out of
and
the fucking swamps.
I'll say doing that would probably take you like a few days. But
Even with the help of wood shape.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't wood shape work a particular way with moving parts in simple machines?
I'm not saying wood shape in terms of like building the boat just using wood shape, but I mean in terms of like being able to just take raw materials and turn them into like timber and like 2x4s and stuff like that.
That's the thing that's expedited. That's why it's taking 3 days. If you had to like
Okay.
chop down a tree,
Yeah.
Are we building a boat instead of a cart here?
We could build a boat.
I think we should
Totally-
build a
totally
boat
build
here
a
instead of a
just
cart.
turn the.
Can we do that?
If it's
Yeah,
already
they don't-
We can
animated,
literally.
I was gonna say if it's already animated, could I? I don't know if I could wood shape something that's already animated. Could I?
I don't know how it works. Probably not. No. Good point.
Yeah, I don't know if it affects living. I don't think it affects like living wood. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So yeah. So you guys.
There's
But I will know. Gaius comes back to you guys and tells you that you will be having your meeting with Caesar. You come back like about 1 p.m. and you come back and tell you that you're gonna have your meeting with Caesar the following morning.
Right. Sounds good, lad.
And I guess since it's relevant, he'd ask who plans on attending that.
What rank does this guy have?
Gaius.
Yeah.
He's essentially Caesar's hand.
Alright. Damn. Okay.
Which is actually not as it's not as high of a rank as you would think it is. But
no, it's not.
So he's like an assistant.
Is he very like representative that he holds some sort of meat, or is he like, excuse me, sir,
What?
I have some news for you?
Did you say you hold some meat?
He just walks up and starts like explaining to you guys the situation because he figured that's why you came here.
Welcome.
Oh yeah,
Like,
like Jordan would attend. It's just that his mindset has been like he's not gonna go and try to be proactive about a cause that he is really just here to help support. Like isn't really here to charge, but he listens to what Gaius has to say and he says, "Right, I will absolutely be there to lend an ear and support how I can."
Yeah, Ronan just nods. He doesn't really say anything to this guy.
All right, sweet. And so if no one has anything else to do, we can go to that. No one else has anything to do, like during the nighttime or before the day comes back.
I want to look for poor
I'm working on a boat.
children who are orphaned.
Oh, okay. You're just like looking around for children, like on the street.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna like, are you gonna ask somebody a question that isn't worded?
Is there like an Oliver Twist style gang maybe around?
The last time Mike ran into an Oliver Twist gang, he broke their arms. I'm not...
I was looking for like
I'm
my character
still-
sheet, and I was like, "Where the fuck is it?" I forgot its name. The proto fucking whatever.
Protagonist.
Protagonist, the goddamn Latin version of my ass cheek. I don't fucking know.
Protagonist, man.
The Latin version of your ass cheek.
I'll do both. How about that? I'll ask someone and then I'll look around.
All right, which one are you doing first?
Am I on a time limit?
No. Well, yeah. You have You could get both things done in this amount of time. Yes, but you are technically in time. You can't take 2 years.
I will
The war will be over.
I will look around first because
I told
nobody in
you
this
that kid's
city
going to
seems
Chick-fil-A to do
very
anything.
sociable.
Why don't you text
And
me
then
instead?
Hey, yo,
Why do you think I was
you-
calling you? Because I'm.
Yo, Coop.
Yo, these guys are fucking.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was gonna be an extended conversation. All right, go on, Mike.
I'm gonna
never
look
mind.
around first and then ask.
Okay. So you're doing it in that order. Oh yeah. Also, stream music if you want to, by the way.
Alrighty.
Since it's usually better if you do it because then the audio is like in the recording or whatever when I watch it back isn't
Gotcha.
like fucked up.
We'll bust out ye old Galaxy Map 2 again.
Yes. What's up, Rev?
What to say? Am I still doing? Because I forgot the last thing I was doing was what? Getting recon, updating shit.
I don't know what you were doing. I'm pretty sure you were just gonna go with Gaius to talk to Caesar whenever that came up.
Alright. So
prior to
alright,
that,
let's segment this. I already stalked around once and it didn't go well for me, so let's ask some
one
non-social
sec.
people here.
So finish what you were saying, Rev?
So prior to, I guess, us doing that shit, can I do not just do a recon, but can I get as much info from guys in regards to the actual, like the castle where he's in, like Caesar and shit, like, you know, is there any fucking like hidden passages, fucking trapdoors, all that shit, you know?
Okay, yeah. So he would say that Caesar's a very like straightforward man. He's not one for espionage or underhanded tricks. The ways in and out of the temple are straightforward. They're just fucking doors that go in and out. No hidden passages, no secrets, no traps.
Besides the 2 main guards, the 2 temple guard that he has, what's the force inside that building?
He would tell you that he's got like a sort of like his elite guard are probably like 20 or 20 to 30 dudes that are stationed both outside the capital or outside the temple and within the temple at different locations. They're never all like working at the same time, and they're kind of there's always someone guarding it at pretty much every time of day and night. Just
At
they, like,
minimum.
they, like, never
So
sleep.
at minimum, like guarding him, he has his 2 main dudes. And then
like people who would be with him personally at any given time.
yeah.
Yeah, so inside his temple room, at any given point there are 6 guards
Fucking worker-wise.
who are usually in the room with him, and then the rest are scattered throughout. There's usually 15 total in the temple at any given point.
Any
And
given
then they
point.
rotate.
So
They rotate like
okay.
every 12 hours. And then there's the rest of the normal guards after that.
Alright, so that's
Gaius would ask, "Why are you asking?"
why I'm asking.
Yes, why? What are you planning on doing?
Not planning on doing anything, just contingency plans.
I assure you, Caesar will not become violent unless he's provoked. Simply do not provoke him.
I won't, but
Your allies might.
I can't promise they won't. And I cannot promise that you being honest with him, because you cannot lie, because unless you lie to him, he will most likely try to kill you.
That should not cause conflict with you. If he decides I should die, I will.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I suppose we shall. I will suggest that you be wise. You have proven to be wise so far, so I will trust your judgment. But do not do anything that will get you or your allies killed. After all, it's not their conflict. It would be a shame for them to die for it.
They know what they signed up for. They
Yeah, let's
know
see
that
what he
everything
goes.
comes with a
Did
risk.
they? Do they really?
They know that any adventure with me comes with risks.
And you trust them? Enough to bring them here, that is.
Enough to bring him here. Shit hits the fan. They know. to get out and not look back.
You nuts. Onto what you were saying, Mike. So you said you were gonna look around first.
I changed my mind. I want to ask first and then look around.
Ah, there we go. All right, so you're gonna roll me a diplomacy check.
That's not my
It's
best.
already doing.
It's not my.
Oh wait, no, that
that's
wasn't.
not me. Jordan
Drunkenly building a boat.
in the background. Where's the
Let me-
Red Dead music?
let me build a boat.
Also, Jamel, I will confirm that I can build a cart and just give it a swim speed with one construction
Oh,
point.
diplomacy's not bad. +6.
Oh my god.
So I can just build a cart that swims.
All right. You ask about children, and
Not necessarily children, but children are more easily.
like just like, where are the kids around here? Do you guys have any?
You guys got orphanage? You guys got an orphanage anywhere around here?
Where do you keep your eggs?
Where's the hatchery?
Alright, 1 sec.
Oh, the DM got the sniffles.
Yeah. Alright, so people would talk to you pretty openly about a building or a series of buildings that are referred to as Jakaza, and they are do you speak Draconic? Yes, right?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay, it's like
Oh, actually, I don't think I do.
okay.
Wait. Do I have the? I think I might have a point in linguistics. I just haven't. No, I don't have a point in linguistics for like. No, I don't speak Draconic. I speak Catfolk.
Okay. All right. Well, then they would just say that you wouldn't know what it means per se, but they would just say that they would refer to some buildings called Jakaza, and that is where children are born, and where they remain until they are of age to be trained to be trained to fulfill their purpose.
Oh, very well. Let us go to Jakaza.
It would be explained to you that the upbringing of their children is a very like sacred thing, and that outside of the people who are specifically there to like sort of raise them from babies to like youngins, and then the people who are chosen to give them their purpose, people generally don't go in or out, and that they are moderately guarded. And that is why you don't see children just walking around.
Can I ask? I go to Brutus then. I go to Brutus and I ask Brutus, Brutus, I want to visit the Jackrash, whatever the fuck it's called.
Jakaza.
Jakaza. But from what I've been told, it's not a place an outsider just wanders freely. I was wondering if you could accompany me in my journey there.
And what is your business there?
Well, clearly you've seen my 3 subordinates, and I wanted to see if there was anyone else who'd be willing to join the cause, as you could say. I'm not sure how your people raise their kin, but I figure I'd take a look myself.
Just know that our community, or if you are in a community like this, it's very much so we're all one family. It's hard to see single lizard folk like myself running about. When every time every youngling refers to as every old woman as mother, and every older lizard folk as father.
Oh, fuck.
That's like the whatchamacallit from Mass Effect.
The who?
The new alien race. I don't know what they're called, but that's like it's like a community of fathers and mothers and stuff like that. Anyway, sorry. I'm not here to kidnap anybody or steal or anything like that, but I very much would like to take a look.
I'll accompany you then.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so it's like probably like 3 o'clock or something. And Brutus, you've been here, so you know where the different Jakaza are located. And you come to one, and it is sort of like a. They sort of look like temples, but they're like smaller, like in terms of like they're shaped like big like trapezoidal prisms, but they're just like kind of like the main temple is, but they're just smaller. They clearly look like they almost look like places of worship. And there are 2 guards outside, not the elite guards, but like the normal ones. And they would just look to you, Brutus, and just say, "State your business."
All right, Mike. What are we doing here again?
Since I am in this city, before we conduct the business we are here, I wish to learn about the culture of your people, and a main aspect of that is how do you raise your infants and your children. I came here because I was told this is where it is done. I was wondering if I could see, and I brought my. Are you like laughing?
No, I go on. Just ignore me. I'm sorry.
The fuck?
Get the
Don't worry about
sniffles.
it. Just go. You're killing it right now. Go for it.
I was wondering if I could view this operation.
And are you saying that to the guard, or is that you telling Brutus?
I'm telling that to the guard because Brutus said, "What the fuck we doing here?"
Okay, cool. So
Well, I
you're
was asking
essentially-
you that, like, just outside of the game. What the fuck are we doing here?
Well, I
again?
mean, that's what we're doing here. If you want to be the one to talk, I'm
Alright.
sure if you would fucking do that. If you want to be like, "Hey, this is my buddy here. He wants to see how the lizards fuck." I don't know.
With the cloaca.
Well then,
Unless Brutus just wouldn't say anything. He's like, "All right,
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
be here, you speak."
Yeah,
Which is completely fine, because then I would just say that.
I'll let you speak. Yeah, I'll let you speak.
Okay.
I would say.
So the guard will say, any questions you have about our culture can be answered here, outside. I can have one of the mothers come out and explain things to you if you're curious about how our culture works. But that is all. You will not be allowed inside.
Is there a particular reason why?
Yes. And he looks you up and down, and he says, with all due respect, you would stench the air. And it must be maintained.
Bro, I'm gonna beat the shit out of every single one of these fucking guards before I leave this city.
All right then, Mike.
Fine,
I am going
I'll
to.
take.
No, wait, Mike.
I'll talk to the mother. Oh wait, what were you gonna say, Raph? I'm sorry.
You can talk to the mom, and then if you want, I'll let you 2 talk, and I can go in and start, I guess, obtaining more info for you.
Sure, if you don't mind,
It's possible.
I would appreciate my cello, my guy.
Sorry. It's just, we're in a very racist society.
It's not. yeah, kind of. They're kind of like supremacist a little bit.
That's fine.
In their own way.
And I'd be like, if I'm not permitted in, then if you don't mind, I would mind. I would like to speak to one of the mothers. And you all need to learn some manners. The other guy said I was weak and I could have snapped him in half if I wanted to. Now you're telling me I smell like shit.
I'm not telling you that you misunderstand. And I will take no responsibility for what one of the elite guards said. I'm not him. But
I'm not him.
Not him. I never will be.
the microbiome of the inside of this place must be maintained at all costs to ensure that the offspring come out consistently. That they are born without defects, problems. So they must not be cast aside and thrown away. It is not because you are a cat, it is because you are an outsider. Were you a resident here for a year or more, you would be allowed in, most likely. But it is a risk we cannot take.
So you said that he says he throws some away, the ones the weaklings?
Ones that he essentially says that ones that do not appear like kids with defects, essentially. Like they're not born correctly, they have no purpose.
Type shit.
Okay. And what becomes of the defected ones?
Nothing.
I would very much like to speak to one of those matters.
That can be arranged. And then he looks to the other guard, and he nods, and he walks in, and he comes out with this sort of like fur lizard, like middle-aged looking lizard woman. After he comes out with her after like 15 minutes. And this one you'll note has a like her she has like a tail that's like a rattlesnake. And she's wearing similar garb to what you saw of the people who, or the shamans who work in the divine sect of this place. And she just looks to you and she says, "You have questions. Speak."
Yes, I wish to learn of your ways in which you raise your kin. I've heard many different things, and I wish to know them from the source. I hear you raise them in groups.
What have you heard?
Well, I haven't heard much. The most I've heard is you are to watch the growth and development of the young and discard the useless, or as they was put, disformed.
Defective.
Yes.
And she just kind of looks to you and she says, "Our children are given purpose at birth. They are trained from birth to I gotta come up with a word for like what their like preteen is. I don't know.
Adolescence.
Queen.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
They're
Thank you.
adding Attack on Titan to fucking Fortnite.
No, but it's like before adolescence. Like, what do you when you're like, what do you like when you're like 10? Is that still adolescence?
Prepubescent.
Lizards go.
Then you're getting into the biology. Are these lizard people?
That's what I'm saying. The biology doesn't apply necessarily.
Well,
but,
I mean, then
don't know, but
adolescent
then
could
I feel
apply.
like they would speak in like a biological way. They seem very much like developmental, and the idea of like child rearing is
They're
biological.
tweens.
How
I
about
feel
early
like it
development?
Yeah, I feel like it
look
wouldn't be something
like
that's
a
personal.
frog. Let me see if there's like actual
yeah,
terms
like
for
Yeah,
it.
why did why did you guards come up?
D3S frog, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use the word
Queen.
adolescence for now. Sure.
Look up Ronan Totem.
And she will say, I'll have a better word for it next time. But so she'll say, they are given a purpose at birth. They are trained in that purpose until they are adolescents, at which point they join society and fulfill that purpose. We are a people who mature quickly.
And what becomes of the defective ones?
Nothing.
What does that mean? Nothing. Are they cast out of society? Are they executed? What is nothing?
They cease to exist. But if things are done correctly, there are no defects. Everything is perfect.
And if you were, and at the moment, do you have any? And like he's kind of putting like attitude on the word defect. He doesn't like that word when he comes to like talking about the younglings, let's call them. He's like,
Yeah, I like that word.
at the moment, do you have any of these defects that you are so easily disposing of?
No, because we are doing our job correctly. They do not exist.
Well, if you ever decide, if you ever don't know what to do with one of your defects, I guess you could say, could give a alternative solution to nothing happening, as opposed to, in quotations, nothing happening. So, just because they are deemed ineffective does not mean they cannot make something of themselves.
This is exactly what it means. They could not serve the grander society. Therefore, they have no purpose. They are nothing.
So, if you ever were to come across a defective one, would you have an issue with me taking care of, taking watch over it?
Yes, they are. Any given lizard that exists is representative of us as a whole. If they were allowed to muck about and do whatever you wish them to do, be raised incorrectly, it would be a bad representation of us. That cannot be allowed. It mustn't be.
And what exactly?
I thought you were curious about our culture, but it seems as if you've already formed your opinion. No?
Well, my next question was, and what does the process look like if you reason them correctly?
They are given a purpose. They are trained in that purpose. And they are let into society to perform it. They perform it until they get so old that they can't. Then they retire.
Retire these nuts, bro.
My purpose here was decided for me when I was born. For example, every person you meet here has a purpose that they were given when they were born. We never want for teachers, we never want for warriors. It is all decided. The proportions are always correct. That is how we flourish.
And you have no desires to do anything outside of what you are told?
I don't understand the question.
For instance, you said you were given this role of caretaker at birth, but you've never thought to yourself maybe you wanted to hold a sword, bake a cake, dig a hole, climb a mountain? The thought never crossed your mind?
My existence as caretaker does not prevent me from doing any of those things. I am free to choose within my designated role, but the role must be performed.
So you have a job.
I have a purpose.
Very interesting. You have a...
She's like raising an eyebrow at this point. She's like a little like, what the fuck?
You have a very similar yet not similar at all way of life as the outside world. It's intriguing.
As far as I was aware, people in the outside world did not act for the better of their communities.
That is not always true. Yes, you do have the selfish ones, the ones that act only out of self-need and self-want. But there are others who would give their lives to a cause, to another person, to an objective, to anything else. There's many different flavors of people in the outside world. Some as dedicated as you, and some on the complete opposite side of the spectrum.
And that is the weakness of your society. Those few that do not act accordingly poison the bunch. You are all forfeit. Your society is forfeit.
And what makes you so sure of that? What is to say, yes, we certainly have more than our bad patches within the outside world. But those who are good, those who rise above the rest, I'd argue are far ahead the one more of a high quality of their purpose, as you would say, than your average lizard folk.
And she just looks to her left, and she just looks at you, and she goes, I would choose to take that without insult, and simply take it as an indication that you do not understand the way we work. When everyone does not work toward the betterment of the community... Oh, go on.
Sorry, I gotta go say goodbye to my aunt. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
So how about them?
Bro,
Bro, that
Coop,
fucking
what the
picture,
fuck was that
Jesus
meme?
Christ.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's not what
I just realized this is The Last of Us Part 2. I didn't even notice that.
all the rankings, The Guardian.
No, there's no Kotaku rating.
PlayStation Universe, God is a geek.
Are those real sites?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Those are all the sites that gave it all those actual ratings. Yeah.
We got this covered does not sound real. I thought they were all memes when I first read that.
Bro, I'm just trying to build a fucking cart that can swim and move by itself. Is that so hard? Is that so hard to ask? Why does everything got to be so complicated?
Running's hard.
All right,
Wow.
pal. Just because I joined in, I tried to connect with you, and now you're just being weird about it. You got a wife, so do I.
So.
Damn. Cananicus is watching. Everybody make a perception check to notice Cananicus. Just you wait, boys. This fucking cart is gonna be sick, bro. I already got the construction points divvied out. It's gonna have additional movement, so it can get swim. It's gonna be sick.
All right. So what she says is the few.
Oh God.
The actions of the few can easily represent the many. For example, the place you come from. An entire society was uprooted by the actions of one man. That bad apple spoiled the bunch. It does not matter that everyone else was acting accordingly and fulfilling their purpose. One did not. And now, well, look at you.
Well, you mistake me. Those lands that you speak of are not my lands. I hail from here in Calestria.
You may have been born here, but you do not have the mind of the place. You are clearly lost.
Yes, lost, I would say, is a good word to say. I am still trying to find my way back. But, as you said, I am an outsider and I do not understand this culture, but I certainly would like to learn a little bit more while I'm here and perhaps for some time after.
You should make an effort to listen and ask fewer questions. But I understand your curiosity.
Are there better questions you believe I should be asking?
Oh my God. Oh.
No, I do not think you could understand. Would that be all?
Yes, I suppose it will.
Good day, stranger.
And then nod.
And then she like slinks back into the shadow of the entrance, like walking backwards, looking at you.
Alright, Brutus, get in there. Get me some babies.
Bruce just gonna fucking steal children.
He's like, well, I looked around, I found this egg. I figured you could have it. Whoa, shit.
Oh my God. They don't lay eggs, right? Do they?
Yes.
They definitely
Why
got a
wouldn't
cloaca,
they?
They
bro.
definitely would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
definitely
no,
would
I
lay
mean-
eggs.
Lizards lay eggs in real life.
No, lizards lay eggs. But do lizard folk lay
Is
eggs?
a lizard folk a
Yes.
mammal?
Those are four
Okay,
females
alright,
laying.
alright, just making sure. Okay, because it just I just kind of assumed that they lay eggs, but I was like, wait, maybe they don't. Okay, alright. Yeah, okay. Alright, sweet. Alright, I'm not wrong. Okay.
Oh, they don't lay eggs?
No, they do.
Oh,
lay eggs.
hell
I thought,
yeah,
okay.
that's so much
Yeah, I was
cooler.
saying, but it hit me that was an assumption.
They just gave Mike an egg?
No, they didn't give Mike shit. Fuck.
Yo, you're gonna steal me
so,
an egg.
Did you want to get Mike information? Like, did you want to go
Yeah.
and like look around? Okay.
Sure.
So
Wait, give me a second. Yo, lower that shit. Lower that shit. Go on.
So you'll know that one of the main reasons you're even like being allowed in here, despite the fact that you are lizards, is because like you spend a decent amount of time here, like during the downtime, with like when you originally came here with Gaius, but so they let you in, to like observe and look around and stuff, and you essentially see that like there are different like sort of areas of the temple, and they're like sort of hatcheries where like just very normal, just caretaking of eggs is going on. That the mothers who sort of like birth them are the ones who take care of them. That's like what they do. That's kind of like just like that's like their job. And then there are different like sort of specialists who are teachers or people who have certain like professions, and they teach the younglings how to fulfill the purpose in the way that they do to sort of replace them. And this all kind of goes down in this one building.
Are you fucking my ass?
They live here, they eat here, they sleep here until they like graduate.
Got it. So they're born into fucking boot camp.
Essentially.
Give me a second. Wait, got them.
Born into boot camp is a good way to put it.
Are they just Spartans? Is that like, because that's the vibe I'm getting.
That is the vibe I was going for.
Okay.
They can't chug for shit though. Jordan beat
They
freeways
can.
for
He's a
Sunday.
10th level character.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Chug against me.
Oh my fuck.
I'll fucking chug against you. You got plus 19 to fortitude, buddy.
So, would you give Sawtail that information? Like, explain how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything I just said, Mike, you know it.
What did you just say? I'm sorry. Oh, my bad.
Motherfucker.
So
Just give
they
me a
are
quick
born
recap.
here. They're born in there. Like the eggs are laid there. They hatch there. They're
Oh, they begun
taken
born in
care
the
of.
boot camp. Okay, I thought it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
something
yeah.
outside of that.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. They get born in boot camp, and then when they leave, when they graduate, they perform whatever purpose. So every single person who has any kind of job in this place, the person who runs the tavern, the person who's like soldiers, shopkeepers, they were all like designated to do so from birth, and that is like in order to have like a functioning society that is never lacking in anything. That is how it works.
See any eggs in there? Did you see any eggs in there, Brutus? I'm curious.
All right, Brutus, you would know what room the eggs are in, but like literally no one is allowed in there. Fucking, but you'd be like, okay, yeah, hey, that's the room where the eggs are, and where the mothers are like sort of taking care of them, and like the temperatures are maintained, and the et cetera, et cetera.
Like I'm gonna tell you this right now. Eggs are in there, but buddy, no shot.
I don't
No
plan on
shot.
stealing any eggs, like I told you on the way here. I was just curious.
It's a very strict society, something where I'm not sure if you'll be able to recruit a lizard folk for that case because of the situation, because of the way this society is.
That is fine.
There's not many of them out there, so
I was just curious, but this idea of throwing the defected away, it does not, it very much rubs me the wrong way. I believe nobody can. Who are they to judge if how useless they are if they haven't been given the opportunity to prove themselves? It just doesn't sit right with me. For you to become useless is possible, but only through your own actions. Everybody should be given a fair chance to fuck up their own lives.
give me a second, folks. You can keep talking. I just can't talk right now.
Roger. So Brutus gives you some generic neutral response to that. We'll have to see what happens, because Raph probably has to talk a decent amount in the next part. But so if no one else has anything else to do,
I mean, I guess I could head back to that tree and buy something for Eliana, like I said I was in the last session.
oh yeah, sure. What did you want to do? What did you
I
wanna
was
buy?
just gonna go up there and ask if they had anything for sale or anything I could take back to a friend who studies this craft.
Okay.
I say that
alright,
in the most soft tail way possible.
So, yeah, they would be pretty cool with that. One of them would give you a weird-looking plant,
Okay. Put weird looking plant in my shit.
and he would just say, "Take this to her. If she is of the correct mind, she will know what it is and how to use it." And that is all they say.
cool. I bow my head. I say cool.
And they charge you like 10 gold for it.
Oh, cool. Weird.
If you have knowledge nature or craft alchemy, you can
Definitely don't
roll
have
that and try to
craft
figure out what it is.
alchemy, but I think I actually. Oh, let me not say I think. I don't think I do. There's a chance I have.
Because I know you just be splashing points in the knowledges for no reason.
Oh no, I have knowledge history. Fiddlesticks.
Okay.
Huh.
Gotcha.
And
Alright,
Once I'm done with this,
religion.
once I'm done with this cart boat, I'm definitely gonna try and identify what kind of gods the divine casters follow, if
Okay.
possible. See if I recognize any of the kind of religious iconography that they got.
Sweet. Raph,
Right now, I'm working on my boat.
Can you be around or no? I'm gonna assume no. Okay, so I guess I'll just you can look into that, I guess. So how do you want to look into their like their religious iconography?
I guess both based off of, because you said they like were coming in and out of like a specific like a building, right?
Yeah, it's like a
place.
temple.
I guess like at first I would just be sort of watching like any that pop in and out, like what kind of garb they're wearing, and also like anything that might be on the front of the temple, and see if I recognize anything there. And if I can't really get anything from look, then I'd probably go and talk to them. I don't know where this would fall in the timeline, but
Probably.
go, like the
probably-
morning,
probably-
like the morning
yeah.
before the meeting, maybe.
Yeah. So I'll say the meeting happens like in the middle of the day, so that way this morning is available. What you call it? Roll me knowledge religion, I guess. Like
Roger
just
that.
for when you see them, see if you can make any inferences.
Let's see, it's on the other sheet. Religion. 28.
28. Okay. Based on the type of iconography they have, you tell that they're like sort of what you imagine to be the religious symbols, sort of like have a lot of different looking symbols on them to show that they're in some way praise multiple things, not one thing. And just from the way people seem to act here, no one mentions any specific names of anything. So yeah, like I said, you get the vibe that they don't praise like one particular god or anything.
All right. I guess I'd walk up to the temple. Is there anybody outside?
No, yeah. There definitely just be people at temples and stuff.
I'd walk up.
Again, they're all very open to speaking with outsiders.
Sick. Yeah, so I'd walk up to anyone that seems to be wearing some of that religious garb, or I've seen come in or out of the temple, and I would say, well, good morning to you. As a holy man myself, I just come to pay my respects.
He stares at you.
Hi.
Again, very like suspect looking, like hunched over, like sort of twisted arms kind of thing. Like they never just keep their arms on the side. Like they're always like twitching and moving. Hey.
Hey, yo, I gotta head out. Something happened.
Okay. Well, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just a lot of shit to deal with right now.
Okay. All right. No problem, bro. I hope everything works out.
Yeah, let me know what happens.
Will do.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. But you
So I would when he just kind of like stares at me, I would say
Oh yeah,
next
but I mentioned
part-
it also has like a rattlesnake tail.
Okay. This next part, I don't know if this is a good move or not. Yeah, I'll do it. This next part I'll say in Draconic since I speak it, and maybe that's something that would be a little bit more familiar. He would say, Thornton would say, I come to this land a long time ago when I was in the service, but at that time I wasn't much of a man of the cloth. I'm afraid I didn't learn much about the religion of this place. Would you mind giving me some insight?
He just looks at you, and then he just says,
Why?
He just says, like, very plainly, we have spirits that represent concepts. That's all he says.
That's right, neat. If you don't mind me asking, what spirit do you worship? Or spirits?
And he looks at you and he goes, all of them. They all have their use.
Ah. Very nice. Well rounded. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you. My name's Dordan Redwine, and you are?
And he just sort of like reaches his hand out to you and points to you to. Is your iconography like obvious?
Yeah, I have rosaries with his symbol like around my wrist.
Yeah, okay. And he just points to your chest and he goes, Torig.
Aye. I am a follower of Torig, a cleric of his.
Why?
Torig stands for the protection of family, the protection of those that need protecting, as well as the craft that goes alongside building the foundation for people to live on. All things that I respect and have tried to emulate my own life.
And he looks at you and he sort of just stares at you for a bit, an uncomfortable like 30 seconds, and he goes, Torig is good.
Hey. Thank you, lad. And despite not knowing much about the spirits that reign here, I know from the kindness that all of you people have shown me that your spirits are good as well.
And he sticks out his hand to sort of shake your hand,
I shake his hand.
and he just sort of grabs your hand, and it's like the most awkward, weird handshake you ever had. And then he just says, Giza.
Kisa, pleasure to meet you. I clap his hand with my other one before letting go.
Nods and lets you go.
Sick. I'd probably go inside the temple, just to peek around and see if there's anything like a holy symbol I could take a closer look at, or just more iconography that's inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're free to do that. And it's just kind of, the place is kind of like divided into multiple like places, like smaller subsections of worship. And like it becomes immediately obvious to you that like you said, like they praise different things. It's hard to like parse it. You don't necessarily understand it. You just know that there are multiple different things that seem to represent different parts of things they believe in. That at least half of them are connected to like nature and stuff, but some of them seem to be connected to more other things that you can't really understand.
Even though the Jordan,
all of the clerics and stuff are really like kind, but they are all very weird.
yeah.
And a lot of them have those like rattlesnake tails, and they like just sort of grip your hand and like nod and just say, greet you and stuff.
Yeah, I think after my boy, Jordan's kind of just automatically used to like, all right, this is just how they act. That's fine. But something that Jordan would probably be thinking on as he tries to make sense of all of it and just gets sort of like the gist, he would probably feel a bit sentimental because something about his daughter's beliefs was the idea of like being able to believe in multiple deities and faiths and that remaining true. So he'd probably feel a little sentimental looking at all this and being like, "Ooh, Lazuli would have loved this place." Before heading back out, probably go try and meet up with Ronan and the boys. Maybe see what work he can get done on the cart boat before the meeting.
Okay, so I'm put in an awkward situation because this thing that was about to happen was very much involved Raph. So I don't want to run that without him here. So
side content.
Exactly.
There's a delay in the meeting.
Yeah, let's do side content.
Okay, so what?
Time to heist an egg.
No, please don't steal the eggs.
No, I won't be stealing.
Listen, if we need something to do, we can find something to do.
Okay,
yeah, there were dragons here like 2 days ago. We look into that.
I will also I will add, for the sake of clarity, I guess, that you sort of get the vibe too, like there's like you just hear like people like talk. Like, you speak Draconic, right? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
speak
So like
Draconic.
you hear some of them speaking. They speak very plainly and in small words, like short phrases and small words, but they clearly have a distaste for the arcane sect.
Got
The
it.
shamans. And then like you hear like passing like comments about it. And you hear the word thieves thrown around.
Okay. All right. Jordan would note that. He'd probably be in his head quite a bit when he would make it back to like the tavern. I don't or like / inn. I don't know who would be over there in the morning. Like any of the homies, but he would make his way back and probably go back to just like losing himself and working on the boat while he thinks about both that and his daughter.
Okay.
I don't know if any of the homies are there.
So I guess yeah, is anyone hanging out when they're building this fucking boat? I guess.
Watching. I said I was watching.
Alright, Canavatic is watching them build their boat. What is Softail doing? What are his students doing?
I don't know. I'd probably be asking them what type of shit they're getting up into. If there's anything, we have some free time to kill. If there's anything they want to check out. I've kind of
Okay,
checked out what I wanted to check out. So.
Alright, cool. Where would you have been? Where would you have been telling them to stay? Just like on the inn or something?
Yeah, I would have asked them what their plans were. You know, obviously we got here. The first thing I told them was don't get in any fucking trouble. And then, you know, we would meet up, probably at the inn whenever, you know, they were to go to bed. They would each have their own quarters, and I'd have the brother and sister share quarters. So I would have my own quarters. Was there Cynthia? What the fuck?
Cynthia, yeah.
Cynthia would have her own quarters, and the brother and the sister, whose names I always forget, would have a quarter.
Evelyn and Bulak.
Evelyn and Bulak, that's right. Yeah,
okay, so you get back to the tavern and you do you just like roll call them like, hey, knock on the doors, like, hey, yo, get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, no, just really like, yeah, just be like, hey, what's going on?
Okay, cool.
So what have you found that while you've been in the area?
Okay, so Bulak and Evelyn come out of their rooms, and Cynthia doesn't come out of hers. Does that bother you, or do you just like talk to Bulak and Evelyn?
Do I know if she's in there or not?
Like, you just knock on the door and there's no answer.
I knock one more time. I just want to know if she's there or not. I just want to know if you're there or not. You don't actually have to come outside if you don't wish.
No response.
Alright, I creak. I say I knock one last time and I say I'm coming in. And then I go to open the door.
Okay. So you open the door and she's not in there. The bed is made. Everything just looks normal. And there is a little piece of rolled up parchment on, like, sort of on the center of the bed.
Okay. I guess I'll go look at the rolled up parchment and see what it says.
You open it and it just says, saw something, just had to have it. I'll be back.
Oh my god, you've got a fucking thief.
I mean,
Do they think that the arcane sect is stealing and it's her? Oh.
I look back at the other two and I hold the piece of paper up and I go, do you two know anything about this?
And then Evelyn just looks, she goes, no idea. And
can I make an insight check?
And Bulak is like, no idea. You can roll sense motive. It's pretty obvious that Bulak knows something that he's not letting on. What isn't as so obvious is whether or not Evelyn knew about him, about like whatever he's talking about. It's not so obvious as to like Evelyn looks surprised, like when he reacts that way.
Okay.
And you don't really know if her surprise is genuine or not.
I like very angrily and slowly like crumple up this paper. I don't even say words. I just give him the death stare. Like, all right, bro, fucking what the fuck's going on?
And he just says, just like, all right, master, shh, I need you
I pull up a chair and I do the thing where like the Captain America thing where he sits on it backwards. I instruct Evelyn to close the door.
You're in the hallway. You walk into the room, grab a chair, walk out, turn the chair backwards, go on.
Yep, basically.
But he just says, the girl and I were doing recon. We were just staking out the divine sect to see if we'd get any more information. And when he says the girl, Evelyn looks at him and he goes, Cynthia. And he goes, yes, Cynthia. And then he just says, one of the shamans was walking by with something that it looked like the crown that that Caesar fellow wears, but it wasn't his exact crown, obviously, but it looked like something of a similar make, like this type of circlet with some type of stone in the center. And Cynthia just seemed really attached to it. She said she just had to see it up close. Something about it intrigued her. That the thing in the circlet was no ordinary gem, her words. I don't have enough thing to come in. Promised her not to touch it because I knew that you would not want us to do that. You explicitly said so. But she's a child, you see. And I suspected that she would I suspected that she might betray your orders, but we are all equals and it is not my place to tell her what to do. So I assumed that I hoped she would have good judgment. But I am suspicious that her absence currently means that she did not, as is becoming of children.
And you thought it wise not to inform me of this thought that she had?
Just a passing thought of a child. I figured if I he's like getting nervous. He's like, if I mentioned every passing thought she had to you, there would be no end to our conversations.
I
like that.
Softail exhales loudly. He's like, all right. We are going to go stop her in her little inkling. And I put the chair back. I don't even really seem angry about it. But I do walk up to Bulak and how tall is Bulak? Is he like?
Fuck, I didn't actually write that down. I think I said he was like about your height.
Oh, yeah,
and then
like
Evelyn was a little
5'9",
taller
5'10".
than him and you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Evelyn's like 6 feet.
Yeah. I walk up to Bulak, and I go, Bulak, I'm not angry at you exactly. I'm actually kind of glad.
Evelyn,
that
when you say that, Evelyn looks at him, smiles, and shakes her head. Like, yes, he is.
I go, I'm more angry at the situation. But I suppose I should at least know that you don't go have the thoughts of running back to me with every little thing wrong she says. Because I know she says a lot of worrying things. But I just want to let you know that if we were not in this town where I explicitly told you not to get in trouble, I would be throwing you through this window right now. So we will go stop.
He just looks at you and he goes. He just looks at you and he's like, thank you. I think. Evelyn just looks at you and she's just like, what exactly do you plan on doing? We don't know where she is exactly. I'm sure if she got caught stealing something, they'd be dragging her through the streets right now, cutting up and eating her toes or whatever the fuck they do.
Yes, I suppose we should probably fan out and see if we can find her before that exact thing happens. It would be.
It's a big city.
Yes. Alright, let's get serious. I will go. Bulak, do you know precisely where this crown with the special gem was located?
And he's like, no, like I said, we saw one of the shamans holding it. She was heading somewhere. I didn't pay attention to where she was going with it, but she was walking somewhere. No idea where.
I described to her the shamans that I saw at the place I got the weird plant from, and I asked if it looked like her.
He would say that he would give you a slightly different description and say that the person holding the thing looked like they were from the divine sect, which they looked the same, but they had like slightly different they had like religious iconography on them as opposed to not. And he would say that it looked like it was more like it was one of the divine ones, but again, he doesn't know where they were going with it.
Do I know that that's kind of like where I was before? I get the idea at least.
No, actually, because you were at the arcane one.
Oh, I was at the arcane one. That's right. This is
Yeah.
I got the religious one and the arcane
Yeah,
one. Two different ones.
Dordan was just at the one that he's talking about.
Okay. Is Dordan in the inn right now?
I'm outside the inn building the ship
He's
boat.
building the boat
Well,
with Candivandicus and what's his name?
I would go ask.
Ronan?
Yeah, I would say the homies that when I came to build the boat, you could tell that I looked a little sad. I don't know if Candivandicus was saying anything. I look sad. Softail, you come out and ask me a question?
Yeah, I come out and ask you where the religious sect was in the city.
Are Bullock and Evelyn with you?
I would tell them to just kind of wait. Yeah, they could come up with me. I don't see why not.
Okay. I'm taking this real quick. Go on. I'm listening.
I would say, I would just give you the general direction of where it was. Lovely people over there. Bit strange though. They're gonna shake your hand and hold it for a long time. That's funny that you ask. Is there a reason you're going over there?
Let's just say we're going on a little family adventure.
I noticed your one troublemaker isn't behind you.
Yes, and she will definitely be hearing and feeling a lot of the pain when we find her before she does anything she shouldn't be doing in this situation.
You see that Dordan's face gets a little bit more concerned, and he says, "Is she... Let me take a wild guess. Is she going to go and steal something from that place?"
She hasn't stolen anything yet, which is why I'm being...
I don't know about yet. Last I had just left the religious sect, they were discussing, muttering about the arcane sect being thieves. Seems something's already been stolen. Was that your little miss?
I look back at, Bullock, very fucking annoying.
he just avoids eye contact and looks at the lights. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it is. Which means we
Right.
have to solve this issue before it gets out of hand.
Aye, that could cause a right problem for a lot of things going on here.
By the way, because of Raph's absence, I'm pushing the timing of the meeting back like some days. So,
Okay,
you know,
that's fine.
as a permission.
I put down like tools that I was using on the boat, and I go over to Softail and I say, you might be needing a little bit of you're gonna need a little bit more ammo in your, you know what I mean. And I pat him on the shoulder and I do imbue with spell ability, and I give you things of command. So
Burden?
I do my 4th level imbue with spell ability. Since Mike is 5 or more hit dice, the way it works is that like if it's 2 or lower, I can do 1 first level spell. 3 or 4, I could do 1 to 2 first level spells, and then 5 or higher is 1 to 2 first level spells and 1 second level spell. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna give you 2 castings of command and 1 casting of find traps.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, use those wisely. You got them until you need to use them. If you end up needing more help than that, we're probably already fucked. So, I hope you find her.
Yes. Oh, I will find her for sure.
Yeah.
Whether that's
And
coming back here, for me catching her first, and let's just go.
Evelyn just speaks up, and she's got like her axes in her hand, and she's like twirling them in her hand. She goes like, "We gotta cover a lot of fucking ground."
Yes, you two. We will all split up. I will check at near the what the fuck you call it, the religious sanct. Bulak, check somewhere in that you think that she would be. I'll let you make your best judgment because you have a lot of making up to after this situation. And yo, good night. Good to see you.
Anna Vandicus is just slowly creeping up into
Evelyn,
the huddle.
make sure to use our
Into the HUD, like from off screen, like,
Into like the huddle that they have going on.
It's like, what's going on?
I tell Evelyn, I'm coming.
Just go handle it.
Yeah. Evelyn goes to the other one. The magic sanctuary.
Yeah, because she's gonna object to that in a little in a way. So just go handle your conversation. Go kiss your relatives on the lips or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, yes.
Imbue with spell ability is fucking lit. It's an incredible.
I didn't know
spell.
this existed.
It's 4th level spell. It's great.
I think you said kissing your relatives on the
I can just give the dudes that don't have any magic the ability to heal.
No, I thought Alex said it was lit to kiss your relatives on the lips. Mamma mia.
Dude, I can't believe that we're backdooring our way into a permanent animate object. I don't even have animate objects as a spell. It's my spell-like ability. It's my divine power.
Oh, jeez.
And technically, this shouldn't be able to happen until 14th level, but we did notice that last session you guys were planning on doing it for so long, so I was about to burst that bubble.
Yeah. What's funny is that I don't know how I found what the cost would have been, but I missed the cost.
It's literally in the same column directly to the left.
I know, I truly have no idea. I must have been looking at one of those, like, expanded pages.
Yeah,
like, not just that part, because I was probably looking at, like, fucking Reddit or some shit. For, like, oh, has anybody ever done this before?
I mean, you're spending 18k to animate a wagon. I think that's a fair enough fucking...
Yeah, man, but then it gets
it might just die.
It's gonna have a lot. It's gonna have a good amount of HP. It's alright. I'm not planning for this shit to come fight with us. It's just our constant movement.
Things you plan, things you don't plan never happen.
Yeah, well, hey, listen. That I brought that cart into a fight with a dragon and it made it through.
I'm so sick that it landed a hit, didn't it?
Yeah. Every time I've done an animate object, it's been against a dragon and it has landed a hit.
It's landed like one random hit, like a +3.
The paintings that I remember the paintings with the red dragon?
Yeah.
It rolled a nat 20 and it got like 2 damage. Oh my god. Animate objects is lit. It's such a fun spell. It's not nearly as good as it would seem like, but it's just fun. It makes up for it by being fun.
He's getting his ass kicked in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. So I'm about to say they cancel your Lego order.
No, I got that shit. I got that shit like as soon as I was leaving. It's waiting for me at home right now.
Sexy.
The box is huge. I'm so excited.
Is it the Lord of the Rings one?
Yeah.
Nice.
6,000 something pieces. It's gonna be fucking sick. 200 pieces are gonna be the roof alone.
Damn.
Yeah. We got little studs all throughout it. It's fucking ridiculous. It makes me so fucking hard.
Gross.
The cool thing about that spell is that when it gives the spells to other people, it still uses my stats.
Oh yeah, it would be horrible if it didn't.
Yeah, of course. But it's cool that the fucking barbarian can whip out a DC 17 command out of nowhere. It's fun.
But yeah, Evelyn's. But when you're like giving them rolls, Evelyn she's just like twirling her axe in her hand, looking at the sky, and she just kind of speaks up. She's like, "We're gonna need to cover a lot of ground. You should get your friends involved, or else we're probably never gonna find her."
Are you looking at the GM up in the great beyond?
She's like, no idea what you're talking about. Just, you should probably get the slackers involved there, and like this might be harder than it needs to be.
At turn around. Slackers, would you like to get involved?
You know, I gotta
Vanticus
say,
is
you've
like
got some
2
really
feet
rude
away.
kids. This is the second time one of them sassed me.
Yes.
I'll have you know I'm building a boat and a cart at the same time. Move by itself.
Do you
That's
care
only
to
slacking
explain
you?
why you're building a boat in a swamp?
Do you know how often an adventurer is stuck without travel? To have something that doesn't need to be fed or taken care of, and that can both roll on its wheels and magically swim?
And what is going to
yeah.
pull the cart? That makes
It
no
doesn't
sense.
need. That's the magic, lad. It doesn't need to.
Evelyn
moves on
raises
its
her
own.
axe. Evelyn raises her axe and she's like, I got a question. So you're doing this for the convenience of not having to feed a horse or buy a boat or whatever.
Aye.
How much is that gonna cost you?
And then
big
your goddamn
lump
business,
sum.
that's how much.
A big lump sum that will be less than what a horse's lifespan of maintenance might be. Also,
Yeah, see,
it's
that's
much
the thing.
cooler than being on a horse.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
but-
me either. I just
Right, then we'll go find your shitty kid. And he
No.
gets up and he tosses his shit on the ground. And he's like, no. If we're all gonna judge Thornton's idea about the boat, then I'm gonna get up and I'll go find your
no,
shitty
yeah. Fucking,
He
Evelyn
fucking
just
gets
like
up, dusts himself off.
Evelyn just puts her hand up and she's like, I'm not saying it's not fucking dope. I'm just saying that like you see, like I run a shop and we import stuff all the time. Boats, horses, we use that a lot, and like it's over the course of maybe 5 or 6 years, it's incurred a cost of maybe a couple hundred gold. And what you're trying to do seems like, well, a lot more effort. And I guess all I'm saying is, if you're just trying to do it because it's cool, just say that. Don't try to convince me this is somehow better than just buying feed for a horse, dude.
It's better than a horse because it's magical, okay? I don't understand. You're just... Thornton,
Everyone
like,
else
just
I know
sits
uses
down on
magic
his
to, like-
knees and, like...
And then she's like, if you need magic to get around, just like, and then she looks at Candidandicus and she's like, you can just go wherever you want, right?
Relatively.
You ever think to use all that power of yours to just make a magic horse?
You know,
That's-
you're just like Lazuli, always laughing in my fucking dreams. Like, God damn it. I hate children. I hate
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Evelyn's not a child.
I'm 100 something years old. She's a child of me.
Okay.
I'm 185.
Softail's just sitting there, he's
Kiss
like
my
mumbling to himself in the situation, like, only 200 gold to feed the horse for a year and a half. I wonder how much it would cost to maintain a dragon or a wyvern or something.
Yeah, she's just sitting there like you know, just not judging anything. Just normally when people use magic and all that, they use it to circumvent the need for mundane things, and you're using your magic to create.
Yeah,
it, which is
I
cool,
mean,
but
I could have teleported a cart here like instantly. They didn't ask though.
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't want to burst their bubble, but you're bringing it up now, and I just
Do you
really
not
It's
need to-
fine, it's fine, it's
understand?
fine.
Is magic not magical to some people? Is that not like an interesting thing?
Oh, is teleporting
Why do
not
people sit
magical
around
enough for you,
art,
old dwarf
okay?
man?
Why do you
Huh?
paint on things when you can't just do a spell to do it? Because you enjoy the painting. I
Well, you-
like
Yeah,
to build the boat.
Just
I like
I
to
said,
build the cart. And
You
then when it
can't-
comes to
you
life,
can't
it's like a
play
little
it both
magic
ways,
friend.
mister. You're talking about building the boat, all manly stuff, man, handwork.
Softail kind of like stops and
Yeah,
he's
but
like,
then
alright,
also,
then we
I
go
didn't
to find it.
think-
Also, you're
We always
sucking
do
off
this.
magic.
Softail tries to break it up. It's like, alright, we can argue about building a cart, boat, dragon, horse thing later. We need to find the fucking...
yeah, we gotta find Cynthia,
Who are we finding?
the girl who was with us.
The short...
What she look like?
Wow.
I don't remember a girl.
What does she look like?
She's
Can
a
you
little
draw a
girl.
picture?
I
She's a
always
little
just
girl, she's
pictured
got, like-
that one Legends of Runeterra card, the
Cynthia the Bold.
no, not her,
Oh.
it's like the
I was thinking
Noxus,
it's
like
weird.
1/2 person that, like, whenever they attack to deal 1 damage to the Nexus.
Oh, fucking Boom Crew Rookie? That's a...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, the other one. No, not Boom Crew Rookie, the other one. I know what you're thinking of. The girl? Yeah. That is almost exactly what she looks like. Yeah.
Is everybody here lizard folk?
Outside of you guys, yep.
Okay. So the human one. Like, I'm
human
just looking for a human.
For reference, this is her token in general. But yeah.
Okay. That's all you had to say. I'll
She's
go
just
looking
human,
for
bro.
human. Are we going together? Do we know where she's going?
Not really. We know what she wanted to steal though.
What was she wanting to steal?
It was some crown thing that one of the divine shamans was holding. They look like they were taking it somewhere though. Don't know where. According to Bullock. Any of you familiar with these divine people?
Are you Bullock?
Hi, they're rather kind. I was just there this morning chatting with them. They believe in a multitude of spirits and they seem to take it rather seriously. As I had told Softel, they were muttering about the arcane sect being thieves, and considering that your friend wanted to steal something, I think they maybe pinned the blame on the wrong party. This could cause some trouble, especially if we're trying to instill a peaceful connection here. I look at I say, well, you said it yourself. We should probably split up and start looking for things. You lot, and I gesture to the three of them, move pretty fast, don't you?
Legion Saboteur.
Everyone like cracks her neck.
That's like a whole ass woman.
A little bit.
Oh. Anyway, Bullock. Do you know anything else that you're not telling us?
Oh, we were thinking of different cards, Mike. But yeah, he just says, not that I know of.
Okay, good. I'll kill your whole bloodline if you don't tell me. If I find out that you were holding something back, I'll do it.
It's mostly done already.
I have the monocle of truth. I might be able to extract any information he may be hiding if needed.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
Look at him.
Why don't we just look for the child?
I'm like, nobody does anything to the boy except for me. There are multiple windows. Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that one right there. Caleb. Nobody does anything to the boy but me. There are plenty of windows for me to throw him through when we get back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the card I said. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I'm just kind of here. I'll follow you guys though. I'm pretty helpful. Just ask.
Cool.
I may be able to scry her.
That takes like a whole hour.
Do you have any in here?
I mean,
take you guys a whole hour of searching.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ryan would love a chance to sit down and basically do nothing. All she has to do is define the scry.
I could cast Commune, and that would take 10 minutes. I could just ask my god about some general directions.
Well, how about you guys? I cast floating disc.
I wasn't going to suggest
on,
magic,
boys.
but he was.
So
hop on, boys.
The floating disc?
Yeah.
Hey, Dorden walks as a 20-foot move speed. He'll get on.
So Evelyn just you guys are gonna look really weird doing that. By the way, just gonna put that out there. Like you're gonna look really weird, but Evelyn just sort of speaks up and she goes like, "All right, cool. So we're splitting up. I think I know where I think I have an idea where she might be. I'm gonna go look over there, and I'll report back any information that I might I'm gonna report back any information that I might find or find wherever I think she is. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just come up with like some spot that I think is in between like where we're all gonna search is and be like, all right, meet back there in like an hour or so.
When Evelyn says that, Bullock looks at her and she's just like, no, you're just going to see the Gish again.
What's a Gish?
And then Evelyn just kind of like shakes her head. She goes, "Come on, man, this is serious. Why would I be doing that?" And
what's a Gish?
So Gish is, you guys probably know this, I guess, but Gish is short for Gishle and those are like their like sort of like high class like prostitutes. But she totally.
Ones?
Yeah, the lizard ones. She
lizard
like
prostitutes. How do you train a prostitute from birth? Don't answer that question.
That's a great question.
Don't answer that question.
But Evelyn just like completely denies that she's doing that, but it almost seems like she wants you to know that that's probably what she's going to go do. And then she just puts her hands up. She's like, "What? The man said to taste the city."
I'm uncomfortable. Can we go?
I was just leaving.
No,
Yeah.
I look at her.
You go.
I look at her.
First,
I said, "You will
lizard folk,
not
then
be going
vampire.
to the area with the Gish. You will be looking for Cynthia. Do you understand me?"
Yeah, and then she just looks at Bulak like she just does like the like hand under the neck thing, fucking that like Sean does sometimes.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fuck you. And then she's like, all right,
As she
I'll
turns
look
to
around
walk
the
away,
square or something.
as she turns to walk away, I like tap Bulak a couple times on the shoulder. I go,
Good call. Don't think that saves you from your window journey when we get back.
He nods at that. So Bulak looks to the to the party and he's like, so are any of you trying to find her with magic?
Yes, I'll
The,
scry.
the disc boys are gonna do it.
I'll
Hop on.
wait up.
Do any of you have any magic to locate people?
Jordan just said he was gonna scry.
Well, I'm not gonna
excuse me,
scry.
Ronan.
Yeah, he could scry and it would take a little while. I don't know, I could commune.
Should we just wait for him to finish the spell then, instead of running around the city?
That's what the fucking disc is for that I keep bringing up. Hop
Right,
on.
well, let's go in the. Alright, I'll sit on the disc. We'll go around.
Yeah.
And I'll cast my own spell while you're doing this.
Who needs
How's
a
that?
fucking cart,
I
right?
look at Bulak and I
Alright,
nod him. I say,
land.
Bulak, go with this lot. I will stay here with Ronan. So when if you do not locate him, I will come find you. I suppose it won't be very hard to see with a flying disc.
Ronan, you can
just-
hop on the disc too if you want, but I understand if you
How
don't.
much weight does this disc hold?
No, no,
I
I'm
actually
gonna
follow up
stay
that.
here. And
I go,
scry and
actually,
find
don't get
something.
on the disc. Just stay near the disc. And I guess do ground patrol.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Yeah.
You're not welcome on my disc, Bulak.
I didn't want to. Whatever.
Wah, wah, wah.
So we'll go search around with the disc people. And who's casting the spell again? Because however long, I don't know how long that spell is gonna take, but we should reconvene around when it completes, in case it.
Who's making you repeat my name? Is that Bulak? Buttocks? What is your name?
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name again?
How about you blow it out your ass? I'm staying here and scrying. Get the fuck out.
Okay. How long does your scrying spell take?
It takes an hour, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's looking at my clock here. It's none of your goddamn business. Get on the disc.
I just look at him. I go, scry
I will
will take an
scry.
hour, Bulak. Just please.
Okay, then
I
we'll
will
reconvene here in
scry
an hour to
your
see if he
master
finds
soft
anything.
tail. No need. I'll scry soft tail with what I may find.
If you scry
Okay.
me, it will take 2 hours after you found it again.
So
That's
maybe
why
you guys may have
I
better
will
luck
just
checking
wait
the
here
spot.
for you
Right.
when it's all over. You could just tell me and we will go.
Let's go.
Whatever
Let's just
you
get it
insist.
started.
Just
Sort of
go.
like
I'm
what
gonna-
is time?
I'm gonna take 10 minutes and ask God where she is.
I'm going to do it on the
you
disc
keep
so
doing
we can
that.
get a move on.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
sitting on the
go.
disc and I'm preparing commune.
All right,
How hard
I
should it be to find a human girl?
start walking.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast commune, and then I can
Okay.
ask my God 10 yes or no
Alright,
questions.
what do you? What was it called? Commune with the god or commune with
It's
God?
just commune. It's just commune.
Oh,
It's 5th
commune.
level. Here, wait, I can
Alright,
copy and paste the description.
Nah, I got it. Ask
Nice.
questions and answer by a simple yes or no. Clear enough.
Jesus Christ.
Answer again with the character within the limits of the deity of the entity's knowledge.
It's between you and God.
Okay,
to a whole new meaning.
sure.
Yeah, you tell me what what Torg would know.
One question per cast level. Okay, what are your questions?
First question, did the girl already steal from the temple?
No.
Oh.
Is the girl at the temple?
I will say, like, I'm treating, like, choose the wording of your questions carefully.
Okay.
But
because what's the girl's name?
Cynthia.
Her name is Cynthia.
Cynthia. Is Cynthia at the temple of the spirits?
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, I don't mean like that. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, all right. I'm gonna just be straightforward. Saying did she steal from the temple is asking if she stole from the building. You guys saw her stalking someone who wasn't at the temple. So the answer to that question could be no, while she could have totally robbed someone who was going there. So that's what I mean by like answers like that. But the answer to the first question is no. The answer to is she at the temple is unclear.
Unclear. Has she stolen from one of the priests of this village?
Yes. That's 3.
Does she currently have the item that she stole?
Yes.
Does the priest know that it has been stolen?
Yes. That's 5.
Yeah. Does the priest know that Cynthia stole it?
Unclear.
That's 6.
Come on, hit the barrel, you fucking piece of shit.
Have the priests from the temple retaliated? Have the priests from the temple retaliated against the arcane sect?
That is a no. And then you get a small phrase saying their issue is separate.
Okay. Sick. 3 more questions.
Oh!
Is the artifact Cynthia stole of great divine importance?
No.
Does the item she stole have any magical properties?
Certainly. And then you get the phrase, it might just be what you're looking for.
Oh. My last question will be, do you believe we will find success in our endeavors here?
You literally like hear a chuckle and just unclear.
All right, that's fair enough. I chuckle as the spell ends, and that closes up. All right. I relay that to those on the disc, Bullock and Canemanicus. I'd say, well, she's got the item. Not sure if they're aware that she has it, but they are aware that it is missing, and she has it currently on her, but I don't know where she is. She stole it from the person's being, not from the church.
And then Bullock's just like, well, if you stole something from the church, where would you hide from the church?
Perhaps.
If she got away with it, why hadn't she returned yet?
That's what I'm wondering. When I asked, Torek said that... When I asked if she was at the church, he said it was unclear. Not a yes or a no.
Wait,
Perhaps
Master,
investigating near the church might be a good idea.
she left a note, right?
I'm not there. I'm back with
Oh.
with the Ronan.
Oh fuck. Okay. So then he's gonna look to did you tell them that she left the note? Yeah, right.
I mean, I literally showed them crumpling up the
You
note.
showed them the
and
note.
I
Okay,
actually
yeah,
said
yeah.
like, do you guys know anything about this? And then he was like, oh.
Okay. So then when you explain all the information, Bullock's gonna look at you, Dordan, and he's gonna say, her note said that she'd be back. Maybe we should just wait.
I mean, I'm back at the.
I don't think so.
Me and Ronan are back at the inn at the moment.
I think that we should. I do agree that perhaps we should reconvene to bring your master along, but Torek seemed to believe that the item that she possesses might be something that we're looking for. And the fact that her location is uncertain, I believe we should err with caution. We should try and find her. The one saving grace, the one saving grace is that it seems the issue they have with the Arcane Sect isn't related to this. Something separate. So she may not screw things up for us on the wholesale too bad.
I don't know. I'm just thinking that with the information your god gave us and the letter she left.
Oh my god.
I'm going to choose to trust her judgment. Actually.
Aye, well, I respect your faith in your friend.
But we should ask Master and the rest, like you said.
There you go. I pat him on the shoulder and I say, despite whatever everyone's saying, you're a smart lad.
So yeah, you guys are on your way. So are you guys gonna do you actually want to look for her, or do you want to go back and discuss?
No, I want to go back right away and report that back to Ronan and Softail and see what Softail wants to do.
And Evelyn is rolling her eyes. She's like, "Are you serious? I can, fine. We're just wasting time."
You lot want to go around the bout? Go right ahead. Get yourselves lost as well.
Is Jordan standing on the disc still, or is he sitting?
I'm sitting on the disc.
All right, I make it disappear.
Shit.
I dispel it.
Fuck my back. I'm gonna lay here for a minute. Everybody,
I'm so sorry. It ran out of time. I need to keep better track of that.
Wasn't there a verbal aspect to him turning it off? Just turn off. Sorry about that. Ran out of time.
Do you have spellcraft or knowledge arcana, Dordan?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. I've knowledge arcana and spellcraft. I have both.
All right, roll spellcraft.
All right, spellcraft's +7. Let's see. 14.
14. Spell just ran out, bro. It happens.
Yeah, no hard feelings. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you don't got God to tell you your spells. You gotta learn it yourself.
Yes. It's really a crude way of casting spells. How I do it.
I don't like to pass judgment. You guys can walk along. It's gonna take me a minute. My back. I'm 185. It's I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit before I can get up. And Dordan just does the old man thing of slowly rolling over onto an elbow.
Bullock just looks down at you and he goes, "With all due respect, I don't remember all the details of things you said. I don't think any of us are going to convey them as you would."
Bullock, I had just told you that you were a bright lad. This is why everybody shits on you.
He just sits there and he's like, "What? It's fine.
You didn't listen? There were 10 questions. There were yes or no.
Yes. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just I got it. You just lay here. You get your bearings.
I can't leave the old man. You are such a disrespectful little fuck. You're just gonna leave an old man here on the ground?
This is why
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Raising these kids. They're all so rude. They're all so rude.
Evelyn is just dying. She sees how fucking red Bullock is getting, and then she's like, "Come on, bro, let's go."
They're all so fucking rude.
He's just like, a bite. And then they just start walking back.
I gotta help up Dordan.
Yeah, I like how that was just fully an RP thing. I'm not hurt, but I get up.
Alright, well, you guys get back at your respective times. I'd say you guys have been gone for 25-30 minutes.
Alright. halfway there to scrying.
Ronan is still doing his Umo Fighty Whitey Zhao shit.
Azrath
And,
Metreon Zinthos.
Yeah. And Softail, did you say like you stayed with Ronan?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see everyone coming back, and then Evelyn's just like, Master, there's been a new development.
Go on.
So, what happened was, actually, Bulak, can you explain? And then he just looks at you and he goes, so Dordan convened with his, who is Torag. He convened with Torag, and he asked Torag a bunch of questions. Like, what did Cynthia take? What was its relevance? Where is she now? And he got us a bunch of answers to those questions that brought us to the conclusion that she's stolen something. That the thing that the divine sector mad about, or that the divine sector mad about being stolen, she
Hold on
didn't
a second,
steal.
Jamal. I'm sorry, I gotta fucking.
You're good.
What was up?
Go on, kiss him on the lips. My cousin Minnie.
What the fuck? Bro, I love the
waiting for an answer.
I love the old man squad.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, it's so
it's
good.
Just
I think
old
Ronan's
fuckers. They get to
like fucking
yell at
20,
everybody.
but he just seems like an old man.
Alright.
Yeah, Ronan is one of those.
He's an
has
old
an old soul. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rewind just like.
Ironic that he's a time wizard.
I guess like
Yeah.
around the time.
I can make myself old.
Split. You lock the shiny split with me.
Okay, cool. So he says that according to Torag, who he goes to say, he's like, I don't really understand if Torag is omniscient or if he's just watching all of his followers, or if he just, how could he be paying attention if someone else in another, never mind. Cynthia stole something. It's not whatever the divine sect is mad about. They're clearly mad about something else. But she stole something that was magical but not of religious importance, and we don't know where she is right now. But they know it's stolen, but they don't know that she stole it, I think. So I thought that that meant well, I mean she did leave a note saying she'd be back. I think we should just wait and see if she returns. I think we should trust her judgment. I don't know if that makes me foolish, but the girl did say she'd come back. And then when he says the girl, Evelyn looks at him again and goes, Cynthia. So I think we should trust her. And Torag said that whatever she stole might be just what we're looking for. We're supposed to be your students, and we're supposed to. Well, if you can't trust us with things like this, what can you?
Softail sits there for a second, waits for him to finish talking, and he says, very well, then we will wait.
And then Evelyn looks at you and she goes, how long are we waiting for?
We are waiting until Mr. Ronan here finishes his scrying spell. That way we will see if she is on her way back. It will be, if we will wait, and if she comes, awesome, good job. If not, then we will see where she is at.
Understood. Got it.
He looks at Bulak, says, Bulak, I trust your judgment. We will wait for her.
And he like does a little bow and he says, thank you, master. And so there, at this point there'd be about like 30 minutes left on Ronan's scry. And where are you guys waiting? Like
just outside
the inn?
The inn.
Okay. So so you guys are waiting outside the inn, and after a little while, I want you guys to make me perception checks.
Everybody?
Yep.
Sick.
Hey, holy shit.
I can't, right? Because scrying is like a concentration.
Yeah, your scrying is like you're fully concentrating on it the entire
What was
time.
I rolled a
what were the
20
two spells
I rolled a
I got
25.
I got detect trap and what was the other one?
Command.
Find traps and 2 castings of command. I got a 25 on perception.
Okay. So, out of the corner of your eye, Dordan, while you guys are waiting outside, you see like you see a little shadow creep up to the side of the inn. But it's at the corner of your eye. It's like a very quick thing. You're like, huh?
And if I turn my head to it, I don't see it.
Yeah, but when you turn your head to it, it's gone already. And this is about like 20, 25-ish minutes into so there's probably like 5 minutes left of this grind.
Right. I noticed that. And I don't say anything. I go back to whatever we're doing, like the idle chit chat, and I wait to see if it pops out of in my corner, like my periphery again.
Yeah, when you wait, it doesn't seem to come back.
She snuck back in the room.
Hey. I look over at Softail and I say, tried to see if she would rear her head again, but either your little protege was just watching us and admiring her sneakiness, or we've got another follower on our tail. But it was in that alleyway just to the corner.
Was it on the
And I
same?
just lean.
Jamel, was it on the same wall as like her? I assume her room has a window, of some sort that her room is.
Yep.
He looks at her. He's like, well, I think you were right, Bulak. Seems she is trying to sneak back in without anybody having noticed her. She even snuck past me.
Yeah. At which point,
I say she even tried to sneak past me. But she was not quite stealthy enough. Just trying to make himself look good.
like seem like he spotted her.
Yeah.
Dorn
wanted to see if the other two spotted her.
Dorn is the only one that knows.
Of course
Yeah.
I saw her.
So he just laughs and shakes his head.
At which point, around this time is when Dordan's scrying would finish.
Ronan's.
My bad. Ronan's scrying would finish. What's your will save DC?
Mine?
For that spell level? No, for Dordan. Fuck, for Ronan. Talking two
Ronan's
cleric
scry?
ass niggas with the N at the end of their name. What's your DC for your scrying? Yo, Coop, what's your charisma? I don't know if he's muted. Oh, he's muted. Do you know you're muted, Coop?
Oh my. Oh my.
Have you been talking this whole time?
Oh my.
Man, you niggas really just cool with getting ignored. How do you people not notice this earlier? That's so crazy. Did you say
You
anything
just
that
think
mattered?
we're all a bunch of dickheads?
No.
Oh wait, yeah, you're concentrating on the spell anyway, so it didn't matter. Okay, but yeah, what's your charisma?
My charisma is a 7 modifier.
7 mod. Okay, so we got 10 plus. I believe scrying is a 5th level spell for you, so 15.
It is 5th.
Plus 7. Yeah, she didn't make that save. So yeah, so you succeed on your scrying of Cynthia, and you see that she's in her room.
What the hell? Am I able to transmit that? Like, tell people that right away?
Yeah. You can be like, oh, yeah,
Without
she's in her
losing
room.
themselves?
I mean, you don't really.
Will?
Yeah. You're allowed to talk to people, but like, you don't really have to keep it up. You know where she is.
Well, it would seem she has made it back into her room. So I'd say let's kick down that fucking door.
I tell her, I say, alright, how about I go to stand. I'm going to go stand outside her window. Tell her that you are going to, that you have something to show her, and that she would, it would behoove her not to let anybody know she is going. I want to see the look on her face when I'm standing outside of her window.
Good. Say all that.
Alright, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna stealth up to her window so she doesn't notice me, so as soon as she tries to hop out the window, I'm just standing there with my arms crossed.
Roll a, wait. So you're like sneaking up like the same way she did? To like surprise her?
Sneaking up to her window, because hopefully this intrigues her enough where Ronan gets her to come out and try to sneak out again.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be waiting there, and I'm gonna be like, haha, look at me, I'm so smart.
And what's Ronan doing?
He's just gonna, because he can commune with her, right, through the scry.
If he has the message, if he has the message, cantrip,
don't I get every level 0 spell?
yeah.
You do. Yeah. So you have message.
Yeah, you can try and do that.
Yeah, sure.
So
I messaged whatever it was that Softail was
I didn't know if they had to prepare them or not, but so yeah, Mike, what did you tell him to say to her again?
Just say like, there's something I want to show you outside. Don't let anybody know it's a secret or some shit like that. Just like something that's gonna get her to sneak out.
Okay, and you know that she hears Ronan's voice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come up.
She's like, pardon? Why are you scrying me?
Because
What
I
the
can
fuck
do
are you
whatever I
talking about?
want, you fucking lowborn piece of shit.
Yo, she is like she gets so mad at that. She like just almost yells back. She's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And then fucking you like literally hear it. Like you hear that from her room, like from outside.
I would have. I mean, I'm already standing outside her window, presumably.
I would look over at Softail and I would just be like, make sure that when you speak to her, you be real commanding, and I wink.
I got it. I got you. Jesus Christ, I didn't want you to tell she was a low-born scum.
You fucking low-born trash.
Dude, that burned.
That's
she is
fucked up.
She is low-born.
Oh my god.
That burns
You've heard
so
how
bad.
You've heard how Ronan speaks to his friends. This is a stranger.
No, dude, I haven't met fucking. Oh wait, yes, I've met Ronan.
Yeah,
you have, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been in heated arguments about shit. But fucking, but yeah,
This is what happens when there's too much
so
gap
yeah,
between
so
sessions,
yeah.
bro. I forget the people I'm with.
So yeah, you guys are arguing back and forth. Like you call her lowborn and she gets really mad. She just starts like.
As soon as I hear her get mad, I'm just fucking walking into her room. I'm gonna be like, this guy fucked it all.
Okay. All right. So do you go upstairs in your room? Do you like tell anyone to follow you or anything, or does anyone follow you?
Yeah.
Evelyn and Bullock just seem content with letting you handle it.
I don't know. I hold scry. I watch everything from the scry.
Okay, sweet. You just hold the scry.
I sit with Rona. I'm like, hey,
I mean,
well, might as well get a show.
Anybody's free to come with me if they want.
That's between you, big man.
All right.
That's you and your student.
How long does the scry last for?
Lasts for minutes per level, so 10 minutes.
And she knows she's being scribed for 10 minutes, obviously, right?
Well, she might not know for how long, but she knows that she's being scryed on because a fucking like when you get scryed, a little fucking like magical ball thing like fucking kind of is like watching you, and you can perceive it if you like succeed on perceiving it. But she's essentially getting yelled at through a fucking like floating like camera, essentially.
Wait, I was doing something. Where was she at?
She's in her room right now.
She's in her room.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
and Softail's going up to talk to her.
I just go to knock on her door and then walk in.
Okay. And she just says yes.
I walk in and I'm like, what did that fucking imbecile say to you? I told him to tell you to sneak out because I thought it'd be funny if I'd be waiting at your window. But apparently it didn't sound like that.
He just called me lowborn scum. Yeah. That didn't hurt my feelings or anything.
I tell her we're gonna wait 10 minutes for the scry to be over before I have this conversation with her.
You could just tell him to stop it and to stop looking at me in my room.
Well,
and then I end it.
Alright, so when he ends it, it's noticeable.
okay.
The perceived sensor disappears. And then at that point, she just, like, starts crying.
Oh, I wanna hug her.
And she just, like, rubbing tears out of her eyes, and they just keep coming back. And she's just like, it's not my fault, I was lowborn.
Cynthia,
What?
lowborn means nothing. It doesn't matter where you started in your. It doesn't matter where you started in your journey. It matters what you make of yourself.
That's just not true.
Takes a deep breath. He goes, "Do you know? Do you know where I started?"
No.
I wasn't.
Well, it started with the little girl in a cage.
It wasn't too. It really did. I've never had this conversation with someone, so I ask that you don't tell anybody until after you've managed to kill me. But
Okay.
I was born here in Calestria, not too far from this city. I was thrown to the side by whoever it was that gave birth to me because I was not wanted. I grew up in a temple here where I was, for years, treated like shit. Treated as if I was less valuable than dirt. I was picked on, beaten, shunned. Every word in the dictionary that goes along with that sentiment. But I did not let it affect me. I did not let it bring me down. I rose to the occasion. And when I did so, I became a better man because of it. I didn't let those who thought themselves superior control my thoughts and feelings. Because the only one that has precedence over that is myself. I do not let the words of others affect me or hurt me, and you should not let others think of you. Let others' words and actions affect you as well. And he walks up to her and he takes a knee, and he puts his arm on his shoulder. I brought you in because I saw.
Wait, you put your arm on her shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Just checking the genders.
I brought you in not because I thought you were strong, though you certainly were. I brought you in because I saw myself inside of you. I know the horrors that you have faced because I have lived many of them myself. We do not let bullies like that dictate the way we live our lives. We dictate the way we live our lives. Do you understand me?
She just looks up. She looks up to you, and her face is just red, and she just like smacks your hand away. And then she's like, "So you were just saying I need to be stronger?" That's it. We are nothing alike. You had nothing from the start. You had to be like this. I didn't. I had a family who loved me very much. And I had 2 siblings that I loved very much. I didn't have to be like this. This did not need to be my life. This was your life from the start, not mine.
Jesus.
You have never lost something you've loved. I have. We are not the same. And then she just turns around and she walks toward the window. And she looks back to you and she goes, I will return when I am sound. Goodbye, master. And then she just goes out the window. And you just hear her little footsteps tinkering away.
None of us see her. She goes through the alley.
Oh no, she's not like being stealthy or anything. Like you definitely see her like scale down the building and run away, just crying.
Yeah, Dor- I really wanted to command her to drop the item, but Dorton's.
I mean, the item is, I didn't mention about the item is just on her bed. It's right there.
Oh, all right, yeah. But
It's
either
also
way,
easy.
Dorton thought about it, but he is not that mean.
Yeah. So I mean, so you guys like,
He's
Saltail
kind
went up
man.
alone, and you guys just see her just running away.
Oh boy. I look over at Ronan and I'm like, did you really need to call her that? That was a bit rough.
I walk
If I want to hear
outside.
about the whining,
I walk
I see
outside,
the end with the pulse.
and I'm visibly very fucking angry with Ronan.
please, you wouldn't be so mad at me if you knew how to control your students.
What's wrong? What happened? That's the one.
I instantly just fucking throw hands with Ronan.
I get in the way. I'm sitting next to Ronan. I'm like, alright. I agree with you that what he said was over the line, but from the time I've spent knowing all of you, it seems like you all have just sort of accepted that as the way he speaks.
That is not what I asked him to say. You will never speak to my student like that again. I'm like pushing Dorton out of the way because I'm still trying to throw hands at this man.
And I'm doing everything that I can to keep him. I'm a stocky man and full plate.
All right. That
Please.
is.
My best.
Is he able to stop me?
For the sake
Fuck
of-
that! I use command to tell him to get the fuck out of my way.
I'm making the will save, dog.
Yeah. All right. This is sure.
I if I roll a nat 1, I make the will save. My will is 20.
Well, no,
Oh,
on that one auto fails.
Okay,
but
well,
the
you want me to
will
roll it?
succeed. Yeah, sure, roll it.
25.
Okay, so you succeed the will save, and you're able to like sort of stop him. And Evelyn is just kind of like, or no, not my bad, I misspoke. Bulak is just sort of like, calm down, everyone, calm down. What's going on? What happened? Why did she run?
I mean, you fucking heard what she said? You fucking heard what he said to her.
She ran because of that? I don't know, are you sure that's why she ran, Master?
I look at Bulak, I say, Bulak, I am not typically one for sympathy, and truthfully, I can't say I fully sympathize with her, for I think she is showing too much weakness. I can certainly understand where she is coming from. The girl has been through a lot. She's entitled to feel. She feels that way. I understand, although I don't agree with it. I understand, and no one is going to verbally or physically attack my students under my watch, especially when they do something I did not tell them to do.
Okay.
I'm like saying this like very angrily. I'm not saying it casually.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, I am sure that's understood. I think she probably didn't understand the meaning of his words.
No,
I
I
look him dead in the face. And like, he knows exactly what he said.
And I know. I say yes. I know exactly what I said.
Look, you're not making this any better.
I'm like throwing whatever the fuck I have at him.
Dorton's trying so hard to keep the peace.
Dorton is just holding you back. But Bulak's just gonna ask, just like, she'll be back. She'll be okay. This is certainly not the most difficult trial she'll have to face. I'll be honest, the girl seemed really strange to me when we first met her. She was so focused on her, killing everyone goal. She didn't strike me as a normal child, but I'll be honest, seeing her running away crying like that is the first time she seemed like one to me. I think this will be good for her in the long run.
I kind of like back off, and the only reason, back off of Dorton, and I look at Ronan in the face. I'm like, this is not the last that we will speak of this. And
To
I
be
look over
quite
at
frank,
Bulak and I go, tell me, Bulak, why do you not refer to her by her name?
Quite frankly, I don't. I just forget. She's so small. But apparently, Evelyn was called girl a lot growing up. It's something that hurts her, so she hates when I do that. And then Evelyn just looks at him. She goes, "Yup." And he's just like, "I'll do better as we work together more." And then Evelyn just like looks at him, and she looks to you, and she goes, "Did she get the thing?"
I did not have the opportunity to even get to it.
I'm kind of fucking itching to see what it is.
She will be back, and when she does, we will be here waiting for her. But in the meantime, we will wait.
So we can't look at it?
No, Evelyn, we cannot look at it.
Fine.
Yet.
Jordan would kind of
And
sheepishly.
I look down at Jordan and I go, and if you ever get in between me and him again, it'll be the last time you do so. And I kind of storm off back to her room to wait for her.
I'm not worried about what some pussy cat has to say about me.
Jordan sighs. He sighs and shakes his head, and he's just thinking about what he's signed himself up for, being part of this group.
Okay. So, you guys can scold him for that later, but she comes back after a couple hours.
Yeah, Softail's just waiting in his room, the same place he sat when he.
I'm working on the car boat.
And yeah, so she just climbs up the she just climbs back into her window, and she sees you there, and she just like just kind of walks next to you and just sits down and just like directly next to you and just stares at the wall, and she doesn't say anything.
I don't say anything. I wait for her to speak first.
She doesn't. So how long do you sit in the silence before you say something, or do you just not?
I just don't.
Okay. So, you guys sit there for like literally like 40 minutes. Just like in silence.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, you coop your fucking sound effects. But she just sort of like is like sitting like in like a just on her knees, just like hands on her thighs. And then eventually she just, again still staring at the wall, she just says I think that I wasn't just stealing that because it was shiny. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I didn't think I would have time to ask your permission.
Like a low-born fuck.
I'm sorry for my outburst. I think that the thing that I stole, I think it's significant to these people. They held it like people hold things in different ways, you see. Alright, yo, Coop, you're gonna need to mute, bro. This is an emotional moment. And I'm getting one-ups from Mario. But, she just says, people hold things they care about in different ways. A mother holds a child a certain way. A man holds a ring in a certain way, where you can tell if it's just for style or if, well, he plans on proposing to someone. You can tell by the way someone holds food if they're hungry or not. How long it's been since they've eaten. And, well, the way the rattlesnake woman was holding that, was holding this circlet, it seemed like it had, it looks really pretty, and it looks like it should have a lot of value to them, but she wasn't holding it as if it did. She was holding it as if it was an everyday thing, like I don't know, like a hammer. It didn't seem special to her, despite how special it looks to us. And then she just says, that's why I took it. Because I had a feeling that it going missing wouldn't be a problem for that long. And that we might glean some use out of it. That's all. I'm sorry.
Softail sits there for a second and he says, "Yes, from the information we've gathered about the item, it seems that you may be right in this. It may offer us some sort of value in our adventures to come. We should inspect it a little bit further before, and if we need to return it to its rightful owner or a location."
Yeah. I'm not smart with that stuff, but I'm sure you know people who are.
Yes, I certainly do. If you don't mind handing it over.
And she stands up like very like stiff, and she goes over and she takes it and she holds it out to you in two hands, and she kind of just kneels her head or hangs her head.
And Softail puts out one hand to grab it, and as he goes to take the object from her hand, he looks at her. And his head's kind of been like hanging a little bit as she's been telling him this. He's like, "Cynthia, listen, you are right. I don't understand. I sit here and I claim that I want everybody to flourish, do what makes them through their own individuality. Chase their dreams so that those dreams and ambitions help make them strong. But I sit here and I preach that everybody's individuality is what makes them so strong, and people's feelings are what gives them strength. But I don't sit here and put myself in their shoes and look at things from their perspective. I look at everything from my perspective. And I'm now realizing that that outburst you just gave me has taught me a lesson in understanding how others feel and why people do the things they do. So thank you for that. I will take this to the others."
She nods and she says, "Thank you for trying to understand. And not just killing me."
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you and not just running off and never coming back. Many others would have done the same, and many others would have allowed it. And like he kind of like gets caught up on his words, like he wants to say more, but he doesn't know what to say. So he just kind of nods, gets up, and walks out with the item.
Okay. She just silently lets you go. And you see that like as you're leaving, she just sort of sits back down into the position that you guys are both sitting in and continues to just stare at the wall. But you have the item though. It's and you look at it, and when you're getting a really close look at it, you see that you actually recognize it.
What is it?
It's sort of like a circlet type thing that is found on the armor of Caesar's elite guard. And like their armor is so showy and all over the place that at first glance, like just having the item described and seeing it, you didn't notice. But like now that you're holding it in your hands, you're like, wait a minute, this like looks kind of similar. You think it's a good idea if no one sees you with this, by the way, that like isn't your party. But yeah, so you have it and you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I'll take it out to the rest of the party. I will give it to Dordan to inspect. I'll walk out and be like, "Here,
Roger.
take a look at this. What do you think? I recognize it as the same piece of armor that the elite guard wore."
Ooh. Great, let's see. What do I roll for that?
You can roll knowledge arcana.
Who had this
Would
gem?
religion give me anything here?
Or you can use detect magic. What'd you say, Ku?
Oh, I
Who had
have
this
detect magic.
item?
I'll do that.
Some shaman?
Yeah, so the shaman had it in their hand.
But it was
they
a
were
lizard
walking
folk
around with it.
shaman.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do detect magic.
Okay. Okay, so you do detect magic, and you get a strong abjuration aura.
Okay. Am I able to identify what kind of effects
How
this
do you?
thing has?
Is there a way to figure out the exact spell?
You can make a spellcraft check.
Can you bring that over here? I'm actually my main school of magic is abjuration.
Oh, right away. Yeah, and I hand it over to him. I explain, what I've been able to pick up so far is that abjuration.
Oh, what a coincidence.
So you can roll spellcraft.
Okay, it's a skill, right?
Yeah.
Spellcraft.
Okay, cool. So you know that the spell that is cast on this is sort of a it's called Mind Blank.
Jesus, 4 plus 12.
Mind blank.
Mind Blank, which you know is a very it strikes you as this spell. Not that it's clearly not like the exact same thing, but it's roughly the same thing, and it is a very high level spell that is like really powerful. Like, it's outside your ability.
Yes. This is very powerful magic imbued in this circlet.
And you've seen people here before, like you've seen their casters and stuff for the most part, and none of them strike you as having the ability to cast this. But you do note that the item is of a sort of unique make, and that the relationship that the crystal in the circlet has to the sort of strange silvery material that the circlet is made out of seems to be special. That the silvery material that the circlet is made out of seems to be channeling power, like an immense amount of power from the crystal that is in it.
What does that mean?
That means that what do you mean by that?
Like, can you explain that in like terms that I can understand? Is the spell in the gem?
The spell seems to be in the gem, and that the circlet that the spell or that the gem is in seems to be it seems to be really good at conducting its power.
Okay, so there's no loss of magic.
Yes.
Basically. Okay. This is very professionally and expertly made. Beyond that of some lizards. No offense. And he looks at Bulak. Yeah, you should probably like keep a hold of this. You might want to bring this to higher ups. This is questionable.
By the way, in case it was forgotten, you guys are looking for material that can channel the energy of powerful magical things. And you were given a tool to check that kind of stuff.
Let's use that magic.
Well, I wasn't.
I recall you said it can conduct magic well, if I recall. One of our missions was to find something of that nature, and Calvira gave us the tool to do so.
I don't know who Calvira is, but they sound very smart.
I look over at Dorothy and who has the tool? I guess I.
Would I know who Calvira is?
Yeah, you know who Calvira is.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Let's just say I have the tool. I hand the tool over to Jordan and say, "Yo, test this bitch out."
Go for it. All right. I'll test it out.
Okay, I'm not gonna hold this just in case, and I hand it to you.
Okay.
All right, so you activate the wand you were given, and it seems to conduct energy in a way that communicates that this material is probably what Calvira was looking for.
Sick.
You know what material this is?
No, you don't know what it is. It's not something you recognize. And then
Can I do an appraise?
Yeah.
To try and identify it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'll assist you. I know. I do not assist.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Okay, so you get enough to know that it's probably something that's locally that's found locally, and that
I look at Cabana Bandicus,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at him. I go, "Can you take more than one person with your teleport?"
Yes.
I think we need to make a quick pit stop tonight, back in Ifringar.
Oh, that can be
you guys can
arranged.
just teleport back with this if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna teleport back with this and show Calvira.
Okay.
Right, Calvira was
That's
the one
what
that
I
was
do.
getting this for us.
Listen, things happen. Just gonna say that.
I don't know what things happen means, but if we are not back by, what time is it? 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock? What time is it at night?
Oh, at this time of day, it's probably like 6.
Oh, 6 at night? If we are not back by 12 o'clock midnight, something happened, and you need to figure something out.
And who are you saying that to?
I guess I'm sending that to
everyone else?
Jordan. I'm saying it out loud, but I'm looking at Jordan when I say it.
Okay.
Alright, Thornton just sighs, just being like, yeah, alright, I'll figure out something to do if your teleport doesn't work, I guess. Sure.
I'm pretty sure I can do at least 2 others, so if Bulak wants to come with us, we can leave him back
I've got nothing to
there.
do.
No,
That's none of my
well,
business.
you're in the way.
You want me to come?
You'd be safer. No, you're
Oh,
fat.
Alright. Oh, wow. Alright, wow, alright.
I think there's a weight limit to the teleport, and then he just
Stop.
teleports away.
So you just teleport to a Saltail?
Yeah.
Okay. So you teleport to
You're
a
all a
Saltail
bunch
with
of
the
dickheads like us, eh?
And then when they disappear, Evelyn just kind of like puts her she just twirls her axle out, she's like a fidget spinner, and she just like puts it back on her belt and she goes, well, that's it for me. Glad this worked out. And then she looks at Ronan and she goes, you're a fucking asshole. And then she just leaves, going probably where you guys think she's going.
Yeah.
And then Bulak looks at everyone else that's left, which I believe is just Candavandicus, Dordan, and Ronan, and she's like, so you guys want to get a drink?
I'm already on it.
I'm
to
not
know each
there,
other
bitch. I
better?
teleported. What?
Oh, my bad, not Candavandicus, my bad. Dordan, it's just Dordan and Ronan.
Yeah.
And then she just he just kind of looks at you guys. He goes, "You two want to get a drink? Get to know each other a little better?"
Yeah, right. Why not? Let's go.
Bulak, you wanna
Like,
get to know this scumbag? We're gonna have a word.
Cool. He's just like he like runs into the Indigo Gate to just like fucking. He's like kind of excited.
I walk back in there and I look around for all the same dudes that I was out drinking last night, and I just pull out like my my bag of gold, and I'm just like, round 2.
Yeah, and you guys all drinking stuff. So Caleb, roll me D100.
Okay.
It's just like if it's like 99, you might just end up somewhere you didn't want to go. Okay, yeah, you're good. So you teleport back to Ifringar, City Square. And if you want, you can just go find Kalira. Unless you want to be weird and teleport like directly into her estate or something.
I'd try to teleport like at her front door.
Yeah, I mean it's entirely up to Candavandicus when he uses the teleport. So
have I ever been inside her house?
You haven't been inside the estate, no.
Okay, then I'd be like as close as possible.
Okay, so you teleport to like the front door of the estate with like probably like 50 feet away from it. And you just walk up to it. Some people are walking by and you just appear out of the fucking goddamn Terminator portal, and then it's like, what the hell? That's weird.
Yes, your heroes are here. I know.
So sorry, I've been telling cities they need to get like a teleportation platform for safety issues. They don't listen.
People are just like whispering to one another. So a little bit of you guys teleporting kind of creates a little bit of commotion, and then after like a little bit, like before when you go to knock on the door opens, and then Kalira just looks outside. She goes, "What's going? Oh, hi."
I was waiting for
What's going
Ichabod
on?
to show up, but I think Ichabod went off on some adventure. Right?
Is that
probably.
little Callie all grown up?
Excuse me?
It's your old Uncle Candavandicus. You don't remember me?
No, is this
No.
actually his backstory?
Who are you?
No? Oh, I'm offended. We're on a time crunch, though. The cat needs to talk to you. I assume you know him.
Are you one of Azrin's friends? I vaguely remember you. Have we met before?
Maybe.
We've definitely met before.
Nate, I don't. Listen, I haven't made it that far in my backstory. Wink. Anyway,
Either
cat
way,
guy.
why are you here?
I stepped
Cat,
back from behind.
the fucking cat.
Wait, and then wait a minute, hold up. I'm actually gonna roll something. She looks at you really closely. And then she just puts her finger out. She goes, "Wait, no, aren't you?" And then she just pulls her finger back, and she goes, "No, couldn't be." And then she goes, "Anyway, why are you two here?"
Well, do you recall Adam sending us out to find a conduit for magic?
Yes, that is what I sent you out to do. Did you find it already?
I think we have. One of my disciples managed to snag this from one of the priestess in the capital of the lizard folk, and it passed your test with the tool you're giving us.
Really?
Yes, really. Don't act so surprised. You sent me on a mission. Of course it was going to pick them.
Okay. Cool. Can I see it?
And hold it out.
And she takes it, and she goes, "Thank you," and she closes the door. And then she opens it, and she goes, "I'm sorry. Did you want to come in?"
I walk in.
I'm just going to run a test on this real quick and see if it's close to what I need.
I look at you. As I walk, I'm like, is Ichabod around?
No. Why would he be?
Did Ichabod go off on some sort of adventure? I don't remember that.
Oh no, you don't know what happened to him.
Oh. I don't know.
And but she
be your guard.
I figured he'd be around.
That's just my guard now. Ichabod and I we're not on speaking terms anymore.
Oh.
Either way though, there's business to be done. Let's not rip open old wounds as you people clearly so love to do.
I guess I will fetch myself a warm glass of milk since there is no one around to do it anymore.
And then Calvira goes in. She goes, "Hey Veshna, could you eat a glass of milk?" And then there's no response. And then she just kind of shakes her head. She goes, "Oh fuck, I forgot she had a date today. I'll get it for you." And then she goes and she gets you a...
I listen and I said, the Princess of Battle has a date? Oh,
yeah, believe it or not.
shit.
She's finally coming out of her shell. And she just gets you some milk. And then she disappears for probably 20 minutes. And then she comes back. And then she's like, "Well, I'm really surprised this was done in record time. But yeah, this is exactly what I need. Can you get more of it?"
See, so that is the complicated part. That item I just gave you was not exactly given to us. More, what's the word I'm looking for? Stolen. So, I was wondering if you could tell us what the material itself is so I can find more of it.
Well, I've never seen it before. I don't know what it is or what it's called. You should ask the people you stole it from.
That sounds like a great idea.
But if they're making jewelry out of it, then well, they probably have a lot of it. Maybe you can get them to give us some. I'm gonna need in order to make what I'm trying to make, I'm gonna need probably about 20 or 30 times what's present in this.
Very well. I will.
So I'm either gonna need a lot of friggin' circlets, or we're gonna need a supply.
I will look into the matter and see what I can do.
Get it done. It's paramount. I assure you.
Yes, of course.
And then she nods and she just says, "Really good job. I really didn't expect anything to come out of this so fast. Tell your little protege thanks."
Yep. And tell your new king that. Remind him how quickly this operation was done.
Oh yeah, he's not a...
status report.
Understood.
What were you going to say? I cut you off.
Just that he doesn't really forget any favor anyone does for him. So, he'll remember.
Very nice. Before I go back, I'm going to go see what kind of date Veshna is on, so I can hold it over her head for the rest of her life.
All right, so we're
I
gonna
cast
close the
invisibility
session
on
out here in a
Khajiit.
second. But yeah, so we're gonna end the session here in a second. But just to real quick, get you what you get. So you turn invisible, which lasts for like minutes per level. So you have like 10 minutes of invisibility, and you're just sneaking around the city real quick. You're doing your little Naruto run thing, spotting local popular spots. And you see that Veshna is sort of like sitting at a table, and like her hair is done and stuff, and she looks really nice. And she is sitting across the table from Jackdaw, who, if you recall, is the dude who kind of like hit on her while you guys were in that one meeting, and she kind of like
Oh my
yelled at him.
god.
And it looks
Yeah,
like
the guy that bailed on coming on the mission?
yeah.
Oh.
And they're just kind of like talking and stuff, and they both look pretty engaged and stuff, and she looks like she's happy.
I'm not gonna ruin
Aw.
this fun. I just want to bust her balls later about it. I guess the only thing I have to do while I'm still here and I have the opportunities, I'll go see Eliana so I can give her this weird plan I got.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we can do that too real quick. So you go give her the plan, and she looks at it, and she's like, "Khajiit, what is this?"
I don't know. I was in Calestria and I found some lizards who did some witchcraft, and I figured, why not? So I stole it.
You stole it. Well, just looks like grass to me. I don't know. Is it supposed to have magical properties or something?
I don't know. I asked. They seemed like they were doing a lot of potion brewing, and they said. I said I had someone who might be interested in something exotic, and they handed me this and said, if your person knows anything about witchcraft, she'll know what to do with it. I guess you
And
don't
she just
know
raises
anything
an
about
eyebrow.
witchcraft.
And she gets like really she gets like really insulted by that. She goes, "Give me the fucking plan, get out."
Alright.
And she just pulls her fucking goggles down, and she takes it, and she's about to like she's about to grind. She's like, "I'll figure out what the fuck this shit does." And I'll tell you the results of that next time.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we'll call Sesh there, unless anyone has anything that I can say do real quick.
Do you wanna roll our D100 to see if we make it back?
Yeah, sure. Roll another D100 to see if you randomly
my
land
God.
somewhere randomly in the swamp. All right, you're good.
Sweet. Wait, what is it? If he rolls a 99, we fucking.
Yeah, so because it's somewhere that he's been to and is familiar with, is very familiar with. On the 98 and 99, it's off target.
Okay. What about a 100?
On 100, you arrive in the closest similar place within range, and if no similar place exists, the spell fails.
Oh, okay.
So, like, hypothetically speaking, right?
Hypothetically
Oh
speaking.
my god. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, because if he rolls a 100, he might literally accidentally teleport you. Like, because the architecture is similar, literally you guys might just appear inside the fucking like your monastery. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
Like, and he's like, "What? Where are we?" And you guys, Brother Son is like, "Softail, you returned." And you guys have to duel immediately on the spot. But that only happens if he rolls on.
Oh man, we've seen that more
So unless
times
Alex
than
is
one.
rolling these, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, honestly. I roll nat 100s all the time when I have the
But
worst.
yeah, so that was fun. We improv'd something fun.
That was pretty fun.
That was very cool. I'm glad that everyone just got to shit on my idea, and then afterwards, everyone got mad at me for no reason.
Hey,
Everyone was just
hey,
so mean to me this entire session.
listen,
Why does this keep happening? Why is everyone so mean to
Hey,
me?
hey,
Alright,
Ulok
shut
wanted
up.
to be your friend and you talked shit to him.
I
No,
super
I
can't
complimented him,
teleport
and
a
then he
cart.
immediately
so-
failed. I complimented him, and then he immediately failed me.
Hey man, the cart's gonna be so cool. They're gonna eat their words.
Listen, I lied
It
just
will
to
be
bust your
cool.
balls, and you didn't call me out on it. That's on you.
When
I
did
said
you
I could
lie?
teleport a cart, and you just didn't question that.
I don't know.
Can you do that?
Teleport? I don't know.
No.
That's an arcane spell. I don't know anything about that. I'm like, for all I know, you could.
Well, technically, if this card becomes a living creature, couldn't you?
It's
yeah,
huge.
I mean, if it
I
becomes
don't
a
think
living
it's good.
creature, then it can maybe it can maybe consent to being teleported. Yeah, it could be consent to be teleported, and if
That's
it's huge,
funny.
it just counts as 4 medium creatures.
Yeah.
When this is all said and done,
That's-
I'm going to fucking murder
Yep.
Ronan.
The plan for the
Well,
car.
have better control of your students, dog.
Oh my god.
Let them do my students' control. Have better control of your fucking morality, you piece of shit.
I don't know. I got lands. What do you have? A school?
Yeah, the moment you let Dordan talk to her, I was like, oh dude, he's definitely not about to do
Bro, if
anything.
you
to
keep
do.
I can't wait to go to
mixing
the
up our
Foullands
names,
so I can
goddamn.
fucking talk to goddamn whatever the hell's goddamn name is and burn the whole fucking city down again.
Dude, if we ever go to the
Good luck.
Foullands, it's hands on sight in every capacity. If I run into any of those vampire motherfuckers, I have the perfect way to kill them.
Yeah, I gotta
Fucking
scribe in the next
Conrad,
step.
I'll be like, hey Conrad, do you want to fucking ransack the place? And he'll be like, yeah. I'm like, alright, got you, let's go.
Nah, dude, I'm a vampire. I will hunt the undead.
All right,
Fuck them.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, good night. I'm gonna deal with that when it becomes a problem. Good sesh.
Yeah, good session.
Raph really put me on the spot there.
Hey bro.
Yeah,
Some
just
of our
dipping.
best shit we come up with.